tell you something that you aren't going to want to hear. And I want you to sit with it before you reject it. Because most of the people in your life will never say this to you. They love you. They want you to be happy. They want you to be okay. And so they will tell you that you have earned a rest. They will tell you that you have worked hard enough. They will tell you that you deserve to take it easy now. They mean well, every single one of them. But they are wrong. Here's the truth. The comfort you have built around your life is not protecting you. It is killing you. Slowly, quietly. So slowly you can't even feel it happening. The comfortable bed you sleep in. The comfortable job you don't love but won't leave. The comfortable relationships where nobody pushes anybody. The comfortable routines that fill the hours without ever changing anything. All of it feels good. All of it feels safe. And all of it is the bars of a cage that you're building, one comfortable choice at a time around the life you were supposed to live. So we're going to spend most of our time here tonight talking about why your comfort is the most dangerous thing in your life. Not your enemies, not the economy, not your past, your comfort. The very thing you have been working your whole life to acquire is the thing that is going to keep you from ever becoming who you could have been. And I am telling you, the only people who get out of that prison are the people who recognize they are in it. Most people never do. They die comfortable and they die small, and they never know the difference. You are going to know the difference. Whether you do anything about it is up to you, but you are going to know. Now you have to understand why this matters, because there is a story most people tell themselves about their life. The story goes like this. I worked hard. I built something. I made it to a place where things are stable, where the bills are paid, where nobody is yelling at me, where I don't have to take risks anymore. And now I have earned the right to coast. And that story is the most dangerous story in the world. Because the moment you decide you have earned the right to coast, you have decided that the most interesting chapter of your life is already behind you. You have decided that the version of you that exists today is the final version. You have decided to stop becoming. You see, the human being was not built to stop becoming. It was built to grow until the day it dies. Every part of you, your mind, your body, your character, your capacity, is designed to keep developing as long as you keep putting pressure on it. The moment you take the pressure off, every part of you starts to atrophy. The mind goes dull. The body softens. The character calcifies. The capacity shrinks. And you don't notice it because the decline is gradual and the comfort is constant. I have seen it 100 times. The 40-year-old who has built a comfortable life and can't understand why he feels dead inside. The 50-year-old who has the house and the marriage and the career and feels nothing about any of it. The 60-year-old who looks back and realizes the last 20 years were a single, indistinguishable blur. They all built the comfort they were taught to build. And the comfort gave them exactly what comfort always gives: a pleasant, slow, invisible death. Ask yourself this: when was the last time you did something that scared you? When was the last time you took on something you weren't sure you could finish? When was the last time you put yourself in a situation where you could fail in front of other people? If you can't remember, that is the answer. That is the prison. The prison is the place where nothing happens that you didn't already expect. And every single day you live there, the walls get a little thicker and the door gets a little harder to find. And here's the truth. The prison doesn't feel like a prison. That is what makes it so effective. The prison feels like rest. It feels like reward. It feels like the thing you worked for. And by the time you realize what it actually is, you have been inside it so long, you no longer remember what it was like to be free. Now let me show you the first thing comfort does. It takes your edge. That sharp thing you used to have, the hunger, the intensity, the focus that made you who you are, comfort eats it, slowly, day by day. Until one morning you wake up and you realize you aren't the person you used to be. You are softer. You are slower. You care less. You can feel it, but you can't name it. And so you tell yourself you are just maturing. You are just being reasonable. You are just settling into who you really are. But you are not. You are losing the edge. And the edge is the thing that built everything you have. The edge is the reason you took the risks that worked out. The edge is the reason you outworked people more talented than you. The edge is the reason you got promoted, got the deal, got the relationship, got the respect. Every good thing in your life was built by a sharper version of you. And the comfortable version of you that is enjoying it isn't capable of building anything else. You see, the edge doesn't come for free. The edge is a function of pressure, of need, of skin in the game. When you have something to prove, the edge is automatic. When you have something to lose, the edge sharpens itself. But when you reach the place where nothing is on the line, when you have enough money in the bank, enough security in your position, enough comfort in your situation, that no single day matters anymore, the edge starts to dissolve. Not because you are lazy, because the conditions for its existence are gone. And here's what you must understand. The edge does not come back on its own. Once it is gone, it is gone. You don't get older and find it again. You don't get bored one day and decide to be hungry. The hunger is generated by stakes. But here's the truth. If you have arranged your life so that there are no stakes, you have arranged your life so that there is no hunger. And without the hunger, you aren't the person you used to be. You are the person who used to be that person. You got to keep yourself in situations where the edge is required. That is the secret nobody tells you. The people who stay sharp into their 50s and 60s and 70s are not lucky. They are not gifted. They are not the lottery winners of the aging process. They are people who deliberately refuse to let their life become so comfortable that the edge is no longer needed. They keep something on the line, always. A new project, a new skill, a new commitment they aren't sure they can keep. They build the pressure in on purpose because they know that without it, they are done. And here's what you have to ask yourself. If you took an inventory of your current life, how much of it is set up to keep your edge? And how much of it is set up to remove every possible source of pressure? Be honest. Because if the answer is what most people's answer is, that you have spent the last decade systematically removing pressure from your life, then I'm telling you, the edge is already going. And you are going to have to put pressure back in on purpose, or it is going to keep going until there is nothing left. Here is the second thing comfort does. And this one is harder to see because it disguises itself as contentment. Comfort kills your interest in your own life. The fire that used to make you want to wake up in the morning. The curiosity, the engagement, the sense that something was at stake today. It gets put out. Slowly. By the warm, soft hands of all the comforts you have collected. And after a while, you start to notice that you don't really care about anything anymore. You go through the motions. You do the things you are supposed to do. But the deep aliveness is gone. And you can't figure out why. You see, interest in your own life is a byproduct of growth. When you are becoming somebody, you are interested in who you are becoming. When you are building something, you are interested in what you are building. When you are reaching for something, you are interested in whether you are getting closer. The interest comes from the trajectory. And the moment you stop having a trajectory, the moment you settle into a steady state of nothing much changing, the interest dies. Because there's nothing to be interested in. Most people who say they are bored with their lives aren't actually bored. They are dead inside. They have stopped growing, stopped reaching, stopped becoming. And in the absence of any forward motion, they are looking at their own life like a person looks at a movie they have already seen. They know how it ends. They know what every character is going to do. There are no surprises left. And so they feel nothing, and they can't understand why. And they go looking for something, a new relationship, a new hobby, a new house, to make them feel alive again. But none of it works. Because the deadness isn't coming from the outside. The deadness is coming from the absence of a real direction. And here's what I want you to really hear. The cure for the deadness is not more comfort. It is the opposite. You must set yourself a target you don't know how to hit. You got to start something you don't know how to finish. Put yourself in a situation where the outcome is genuinely in doubt. Because the moment you put real stakes back into your life, the interest comes back instantly. The mind wakes up. The body wakes up. The morning becomes interesting again because something is happening that hasn't been settled yet. I am telling you, this is why so many retired people get sick 6 months after they retire. Because the moment the pressure of the work disappeared, the interest in their own life disappeared with it. And the body, sensing that there is no longer any reason to be sharp, starts to wind down. They weren't sick because they were old. They were sick because they had nothing left to be sharp for. And the same thing happens to people decades earlier who retire from their own ambition in the middle of their working life and then wonder why they feel so flat. The body knows. The body always knows. Here's the third thing comfort does. And this one is going to hit harder than the first two. Comfort kills your relationships. It takes the people you love and turns them into furniture. It takes the partnerships that used to be alive and turns them into routines. And by the time you notice what has happened, you can't remember when the last real conversation took place, when the last real adventure happened, when you last looked at the person across the table and felt anything other than familiarity. You see, a relationship, any relationship, is a living thing. It needs friction. It needs novelty. It needs the partners to keep changing, keep growing, keep bringing each other new versions of themselves to meet. When two people are growing, the relationship is interesting. When two people have stopped growing, the relationship is a duty. You must keep growing for the relationship to stay alive. And no matter how good two people are to each other, no matter how much love is there in principle, the relationship can't survive being a duty forever. I once knew a couple. They had been married for 25 years. They had built a comfortable life together. The kids were grown. The house was paid for. The careers were stable. By every external measure, they had done everything right. And one night, the husband sat me down and told me he was thinking of leaving. Not because anything was wrong. Not because there was somebody else. Not because he had stopped loving her. He told me he hadn't stopped loving her. He had stopped feeling anything at all. He said it had been like that for years. He said he couldn't remember the last time anything had happened between them that hadn't happened 100 times before. I asked him what they did together. He said the same things they had always done. I asked him when the two of them had last tried something new. He had to think for a long time. He couldn't come up with anything. I asked him when the two of them had last had a real disagreement. Not a fight, but a disagreement, where they had to figure out something hard together. He couldn't remember that either. And I told him, look, the relationship isn't dying because of anything either of you did. It is dying because neither of you is doing anything. You have made yourselves too comfortable for the relationship to stay alive. And the only way to bring it back is to do the thing the two of you have been avoiding for 10 years. You have to put something back on the line, together. He took the advice. He went home. He told his wife what he had been feeling. She cried. Then she told him she had been feeling the same way, and she had been too afraid to say it. And then the two of them did something they hadn't done in 15 years. They made a list of things they had always wanted to do together and had never done. And they picked one of them. And then they started it, not as a vacation, not as a project, as a decision to stop being comfortable together. They were going to put friction back into the relationship on purpose. That couple is still together. They are different people than they were 5 years ago. The relationship is different. Some weeks it is harder than the comfortable version was, but it is alive. And both of them have told me separately that they would never go back to the way it was. Because the way it was, even though it looked perfect from the outside, was killing them both. And here's the lesson. Every comfortable relationship in your life right now is on the same clock. Either you put something into it that wakes it back up, or you watch it die in slow motion. Those are the only two options. There is no third one. Here is the fourth thing comfort does. It changes who you are, and not in a good way, because character, your actual character, the thing that determines how you behave when nobody is watching, is built by friction, by difficulty. By the moments where you had to choose between what was easy and what was right, between what felt good and what was true, between what you wanted to do and what you needed to do. Every time you make the hard choice, your character grows. Every time you avoid the hard choice, your character shrinks. And a comfortable life is a life that has been deliberately engineered to remove the hard choices. You see, the comfortable person isn't necessarily a bad person. They are usually a perfectly nice person. They mean well. They want good things for the people around them. But they are also a smaller person than they used to be. They have less to draw on. They have less to give. When something hard happens to them, they fall apart because the muscles of resilience haven't been worked in years. When somebody around them needs them, they can't show up the way they used to because the strength to show up has atrophied along with the rest of them. And here's the truth. The comfortable person doesn't know any of this about themselves. They think they are the same person they always were. They think their character is fixed. They don't realize that character isn't something you have. It is something you are constantly either building or losing. And in the absence of the conditions that build it, you are losing it every single day. You can see this in people who have lived too comfortably for too long. They get easily offended. They can't handle disappointment. They can't be honest with people they love because honesty creates discomfort. They can't be told no because nobody has told them no in years. They have become fragile. And the fragility isn't their fault, in a sense. It is just what happens when you remove all the pressure from a human being. But it is also a tragedy because the original version of that person, the one that existed before the comfort softened them, was capable of so much more. And here is what you must understand. The character you have today is being shaped right now by the conditions you live in. If your conditions are easy, your character is being softened. If your conditions have any real difficulty in them, your character is being strengthened. There is no neutral ground. There is no maintaining. Listen, you are either in conditions that build you, or you are in conditions that erode you. And most people have spent decades arranging their lives to make sure that the conditions never put any pressure on them at all. And then they wonder why they have become a person they barely recognize. The conditions made them that way. The conditions you chose. The conditions you mistook for success. And here is the deepest thing of all. Comfort was never the goal. It was sold to you as the goal. The whole machine of advertising, of culture, of well-meaning people around you, all of them, your whole life, told you that the point of working hard was to be able to stop working hard. That the point of struggle was to be able to stop struggling. That the destination at the end of all the effort was a place where no more effort was required. And every part of that is a lie. Because the people who actually built remarkable lives never reached a destination where they stopped putting in effort. They reached destinations where they could choose what effort to put in. There is a difference. The free person isn't the person who has stopped working. The free person is the person who has earned the right to work on what they want, the way they want, on their own terms. They never stop pushing. They just got to choose what they push on. You see, the human being isn't at its best at rest. The human being is at its best in motion, building something, reaching for something, becoming somebody. That is what we are designed for. And every time you arrange your life so that you aren't doing those things, you are arranging your life against your own nature. You are betting against yourself, and the bet always loses. Because the part of you that needs to be building and reaching and becoming doesn't go away just because you stopped giving it work. You must understand that. It just turns inward, and it eats you instead. This is why so many people who have all the comfort in the world are miserable. The comfort didn't produce happiness. The comfort produced a vacuum where the meaningful struggle used to be. And the human being, deprived of meaningful struggle, fills that vacuum with anxiety, with addiction, with petty drama, with consumption, with anything that creates the feeling of stakes without the actual stakes. And it all hurts because the real medicine is the one thing they refuse to take. Getting back in motion, getting back to building, getting back to reaching for something that matters. So you must let go of the idea that comfort is the goal. It never was. The goal was always to live a life that meant something. And a life that means something can't be a comfortable one. Not all the way through. Not even most of the way through. Meaning requires struggle. Building requires friction. Becoming requires discomfort. There is no way around any of it. And the moment you accept that, you stop trying to engineer the discomfort out of your life. And you start engineering it in on purpose because you finally understand what it is for. You must engineer the discomfort in on purpose every single day. That is the work. And the work pays you back in a life that actually feels alive. Now I want to tell you what the other path looks like. Because most people, when they hear what I've been telling you, get scared. They think the alternative to comfort is suffering. They think that the only way out of the prison is to live in pain. That isn't what I'm telling you. I am telling you something different. The alternative to a comfortable life isn't a miserable one. The alternative is a deliberate one. A life where you have chosen on purpose to put yourself in situations that require something from you. Not because you enjoy hardship, because you understand what hardship is for. Hardship is the fuel for becoming, and without it, you don't become anything new. So you put a little of it into your life by design, on your terms. in amounts you can handle every single day, because you know that without it, the prison closes in. What does that look like in practice? It looks like taking on the project you have been avoiding because it might fail. It looks like having the conversation you have been postponing because it will be uncomfortable. You got to exercise hard enough to be sore tomorrow. You have to learn something new, even though you're already past the age when most people learn new things. Say yes to the invitation that scares you. Say no to the routine that has been numbing you. Every single one of those choices is a small act of letting discomfort back into your life. And every one of them produces growth that comfort never could. The people who do this look from the outside like people who never stop working. And in a way they don't. But they aren't working the way burned out people work. They are working the way alive people work. The work is the source of their aliveness. They get up in the morning interested in their own life because their own life is producing things and they want to see how the producing turns out. Their relationships are alive because they are constantly bringing new growth into them. Their character is sharp because they are constantly testing it. Their interest in being alive is undiminished at 60, at 70, at 80, because they never let the conditions of their life become the conditions that erode all of that. And here is the part most people don't believe until they live it. The deliberately uncomfortable life is happier than the comfortable one. Not in the short term. The short term is hard. But over months, over years, over decades, the person who keeps putting pressure back into their life ends up happier than the person who removed it, because they are still becoming. And being in the process of becoming is, in the end, what a human being is for. The comfortable person is a finished thing. The deliberately uncomfortable person is a thing still in motion. And the motion is where the life is. So here's what I want you to carry with you. You have a choice to make, and it is the same choice every single day. You can keep a range in your life to remove pressure, to remove friction, to remove difficulty. You can keep telling yourself that you have earned the right to be comfortable, and the prison gets built around you, one comfortable choice at a time, until the day you die in it. And here's the truth. Most people choose this without ever knowing they chose it. They mistake the building of the prison for the building of a life. You must not make that mistake. You only have one life. It is happening right now. And every day you spend choosing comfort over becoming is a day you'll never get back. Or you can decide today to stop. Look at your life and find the places where comfort has been eating you alive. The work you have been coasting in, the relationship you have been phoning in, the body you have been letting go, the character you have been letting soften. And you must deliberately put pressure back into one of those places. Just one, just to start. Then do it again next week in another area, and then again, and then again, until you are no longer a comfortable person, until you are a person who is by choice in motion, by choice in friction, by choice still becoming. And I am telling you, the person you become through that choice is the person you were supposed to be the whole time. The version of you that is buried under the comfort. The version of you that knows at some deep level that this isn't what you were built for. That version is still in there. The comfort hasn't killed it, only buried it. And every act of deliberate discomfort is an act of digging that person back out. Your comfort is becoming your prison, but it is not a prison you have to stay in. The door has been there the whole time. You just have to be willing to walk through something on the other side of it that is harder than what you have grown used to. Walk through it anyway, because what is on the other side is not pain. It is your life, the one you were supposed to live, the one that has been waiting for you to choose it every single day until you finally do.